Or I have to look it up to see if creatures do take the multi-attack penalty for natural weapons. I assume they do, but
Well, because of those things, why would dragons not just bite, 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 or bite, bite, bite? Unless they get like they might add that in as like multi-attack.
because they're monsters, they play by different rules. I'll look that up later. So there are two things I want to look up: the weakness and crits versus crit, and then natural attack versus multi-attack penalty. Yeah, why would a creature not just use its awesome ability all the time? Okay, against Nibbles, AC 22 is a hit, and he gets slashed. Or if this is a bludgeoning damage, as the tail comes whapping in for minimum damage is 10. Wow.
Right.
That was 2 attacks, and then oh, I see. Some of the true dragons gain something called Draconic Frenzy.
That's when they unlock their full round attack,
Yeah.
and then all hell breaks loose as it's like claw, claw, wing, wing, tail, tail.
Yeah, it's like Dragon Flurry. For 2 actions, they do claw, claw, and a tail.
The rest of the attacks.
Yeah.
Similar to Monk.
Okay, this thing does not have Dragon Fury.
Thankfully.
It's got front heavy, and I fell on my face.
It's going to take its last bite attack on Nibbles, because Nibbles isn't going down, and rolls an 8. Biting in towards him. Then we've got Nibbles, Grinthark, and Vimaris are all at the same tie. Who is going first?
Nibbles.
Nibbles? Okay.
Nibbles is the most glorious. Unless Vimaris wants to, because Vimaris is here.
No, Nibbles can go. Oh, yeah, Vimaris. Yeah, sorry.
Armor's here.
Almond's here.
But Mars is gonna attack. But he's not mad.
You had your double eagle palm strike from the sky.
You are
Alright,
now flat-footed.
Get him.
Alright, you son of a bitch. 20 plus Ladis. Alright.
Hit.
Crit and hit.
Okay, are these considered slashing?
Yes.
There's something I looked at and didn't give it. It's going to use its reaction to spout some of its fiery blood towards you when you actually injured it. So you take 8 damage fire.
It's fine. I'll take it.
When you slashed through its...
Well, now that it's got that bleed damage with like that proper DC 20 whatever flat check stuff.
So 8 damage. Okay. Alright. So I hit it twice. So 48, so 68 plus 12 damage. Bard Song damage is +1.
Yes.
So another +3. And that was 1 attack. And then 1d20 plus 5 for my next one.
That's a hit.
Oh, yeah, that is a hit. And then 1d20. Nope. So
You want to roll the damages separately?
No, I want to do it all together.
Well, these are separate attacks because you could drop it.
It's important for how like the killing blows, because you have to hit 3 times when it's down.
Okay, so first one is 48 plus 8 plus 2. So 30 damage.
Okay, your single tiger strike hit it in the side of the face. It squirted some fiery blood at you. It falls to the ground. It's at 0 hit points and it has dying 1.
And it's bleeding for 1. I don't know if that makes a difference.
It bleeds for D4 plus 1, I thought.
And it has bleed damage because of your tiger strike.
Yep.
And you hit it 2 more times. Dunk, dunk.
And then you keep on clawing it as it's going down, so it gains. Well, give me a second. Its AC then drops because it's unconscious.
Its AC drops by 6.
So it's AC of 8, but it's not stacking with the flat-footed, right? So 14. That's another crit on the second one.
So that's 2 more pips.
So it then drops to bleeding 3, and your last attack does damage, so it's bleeding 4. So you kill it before it hits the ground, basically, with your tiger strikes. Renee basically sideways steps and puts up his shield as the last exhalation from the dragon, as its head snapped violently towards you, away from the monk, was kind of breathing its last breathy flame breath, and it curls up and dies in the middle of the commons.
Now, do I get splash damage every attack?
No, it's a reaction.
Okay, it's a reaction. Okay.
A reaction squirted some of its blood on you. Like there were flames that were coming out of its scales whenever you guys were hitting with piercing and slashing weapons. It basically reaction and aimed the flame gout towards you.
He also yelled at Dave Chappelle, "Gotcha!"
Gotcha, bitch.
Exactly. So the dragon crashes to the ground. There are sighs and sobs coming from the townsfolk.
Does that mean we won the auction for the house?
The priest straightens his robes, Euphenies, Targus, and says, "Is everyone all right? Does anyone require healing?"
Shut the fuck up! Get over here!
There's a wounded man. Fabian, how's the wounded man?
Nibbles requires healing. As he comes dragging his axe over, heal Nibbles here and here. Okay, he begins to cast a little bit.
I could also require some healing. I would appreciate it.
Renee's gonna go try to find. He wants to go get answers to the.
Fabian thinks you're coming towards him to talk. He's like, "It's horrible."
It just like. It's that like bumping of the shoulders on the way by.
Yep. Oh. There's a patch of bloody ground, and the guy is gone.
Hey, a dwarf, get your ass over here.
Hey, Grizza
Grizak,
goes
get
to
over
Green
here.
Park. Goes to Green Park. Hey, he's calling for you.
Okay. Go ahead and position yourselves after the fight. We'll say that 4 or 5 rounds have gone by.
I'm telling you, there's something else coming. That's what that guy said.
Euphenies Targus is able to cast a spell. What is the formula? Like if he's like a...
So it's... which way is he casting?
To affect as many people as possible.
What's his caster level?
Low.
Okay, it would be like either 2d8 or like 1d8 plus ability score or 2d8 plus ability score, depending on how low level we're talking.
2d8 is 3rd level spell? Or 2nd?
No, 2d8 is the 2nd level.
Okay. He heals everyone around him for 13 damage. Thank you. You've saved many people here. There hasn't been a dragon in Belheim in a long time. A very long time.
Halo's light is
It doesn't
everywhere.
have enough legs. And it was
true.
dumb. I don't know what it is, though.
Hey, what? Why can't y'all understand? There's something else coming. The guy was saying this is just nothing but a pet.
You can hear a
We gotta get out of here.
more screaming and yelling rising up from a building just to the north. The Grey Hands Tavern was a place where a lot of people were going to resell their goods, and Renee and Fabian see these strange bat-like gargoyles attacking people just outside the building.
Da, 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 da.
How
Ray's
much-
over there throwing her shit about Grizak not coming over to friggin' find the prisoner or the gargoyles.
How much? So you guys did the healing for me? Thank you.
Okay. They're making horrible noises, and there are people running and screaming. Bat-like creatures.
I think we need an initiative.
Yes.
This is the ultimate adventurer town. Yep,
Be right back.
things happen.
The dragon, if it wasn't lured to the ground, was just going to fly around and fireball people, and then start eating.
That would be terrible. Also, for a fire drake or a fire wyvern, that thing has like a really. They used to throw like spitballs where it's like a 3d6 spitball. 66 fireball is much different than 3d6 spitball.
So if the crowd would like to see what I had to translate from Pathfinder into, I had to do a conversion for this creature, and this is the creature that I converted.
Yeah.
It was a bit better than this. I had to make sense of 1.E to go 2.E.
Yeah.
But I think that was a CR6. It was a
Yeah.
6-level monster.
We handled it very intelligently.
Yeah.
We spread out, we gave it something to shoot at, we then beat the living piss out of it.
All right. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to roll 10d20 and start filling this in.
Cool. 116, that's my initiative. $15, $12, $10, $3, $12, $17.
Oh, and then the townsfolk.
They go at 2, like they should.
Grizak is the first to react, and then it's Zira, as you can hear people screaming. You can hear like breaking of pots and perhaps like some of the treasures and creatures
Can
flapping.
you
The flapping of wings.
can you move can you
How
move
fast-
them out?
How fast
And-
does the Grizak move?
It moves at 20. And actually, how far away are these? Are they? Like that?
From the
That-
Belheim
that-
Commons, I believe this map is to scale. So.
140 feet.
Ah, for fuck's sakes.
I
Okay.
move at 20, so I triple move you.
I want to see if I have Expeditious Retreat. If I have Expeditious Retreat, I would cast that shit. I just don't know if I have it prepped.
I'm checking right now. You
I
have,
don't believe I do.
you do not.
Okay,
Yay.
these creatures, you get the sense, Zira, because you're looking at them, you ran out there to go looking at them. They're intelligent, and they're breaking things. You can see one of them just simply breaking one of the paintings over the heads of one of the people, and kind of getting them in the middle of the frame. You notice another one land on a table with a bunch of like cakes and fruit and bowls, and is kicking it all around. They're like hissing and screaming at people. You do see that the one in the back or around the corner, you get the sense that it is kind of pulling at some woman's hair and trying to fly off with her hair, and she's like screaming while trying to hold on to her hair. Like they're kind of nasty.
Bunch of dicks.
And there's one that's prowling around on the building itself. Like it's just kind of like going on all fours with its wings out, crawling around.
They're flying monkeys.
Grinthar.
Fighting the Wicked Witch of the West.
Grinthar comes chasing out beside Zira. What's going on, man? What's going on? We just fought a dragon. What's going on?
They're attacking the townsfolk.
Oh man, we're never gonna end.
They're looking for something.
Nibble's job is to protect town now. He is guardian Nibbles, not farmer Nibbles.
And he comes dragging his big axe, triple moving all the way out here. Vamars. With your 50-foot move speed, I'm just going to put you into the action.
Yeah, Vamars can get in there. They're looking for something. Think. What are they looking for?
Are you running? You have enough movement. You could run right into the middle of the square in front of the Greyhands Tavern and be in the middle of this craziness. These creatures are armed. Some of them haven't pulled out their daggers yet, but their long curved daggers, maybe short swords, are made from what look like shiny glass.
Okay.
And their eyes are incredibly wrong. There are 4 of them in their head, and sort of looking at them gives you the creeps. They are wearing some bandoliers and some belts, suggesting that they do have intelligence.
And they are saying they look aberrant or abhorrent?
They might be speaking in a language that is too high pitched for you to hear, because they look like they're communicating and moving their mouths, but you don't actually hear it.
Yeah, your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Flee, townsfolk! Palor brings light! That was a move.
I think that townsfolk is a step up from mortal.
They don't look especially muscular compared to you. In fact, they're kind of scrawny, but they're not afraid of you. They're not afraid of you, monk. Perhaps they should be.
What's their AC?
Were you able to? Was that a triple
No,
move?
no,
to
that
get
was
in
a
there?
triple move to get in there.
That was a single move.
No,
No.
Well, Marty moved you.
We moved you double move up there, and I asked you if you wanted to run in. And
Okay. So I wanted to run. I can't.
You could run in, you just can't attack.
I can't do anything. Yeah. So I will get to.
Initiative. You might want to pull out your claws again.
Oh yes. Dark Law.
Wolverine claw.
You go drop into your stance. They're still hissing at you as you're yelling. Fabian will start up his bard song again, because I think he can do it again.
Yeah.
While taking cover behind the wall. Ziva is going to come running out of the bleachers, see what's going on. And triple moving up to her lover, Fabian. Mazatec is slowly got his hands over his ears, just rocking himself. No. A bad day, no. Renee?
I need to make soup. Renee is gonna... Every day I can't even catch up.
It's the movement game. The bat-like creatures do not like the look of Vamars. You feel strange presences in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Plural, eh? The Prezi in his mind.
As they are going to fly above the group of you.
How far up?
Yeah. What's their move speed?
All right, the ones in the middle are 10 feet up. This guy's only 5 feet off the ground. This one is probably like 20 feet off the ground because it started along the crest of the building. There are 4 distinct presences chittering in your mind and chipping away at your mental being.
This is me, right?
I need 4 will saves of Vamars.
So. Palor protects. Will save, you say, huh?
Yeah, the DC is pretty low. It's only there 1 or 2, so 13.
Oh balls. Well, last one failed.
Okay, I believe confused is a state.
Confused is a state.
They're all good rolls too.
I believe it's in the condition set.
What's the... No, I didn't critical fail though. I do have a hero point.
You do.
What's the effect of confused?
Usually
You roll a
it's-
d4. On a 1, you must spend your turn attacking the nearest creature. On a 2, you do something else. On a 3, you do something else. On a 4, you do something else.
How long does it last for?
You don't know.
I'll use it now.
This wasn't a huge spell. Just sort of weird thoughts and presences entering your mind and darting in and out. It's not very long if you want to save it.
What I could do to my colleagues, though, the adventurers beside me.
That is true. That is true. You could. It's 2 hero points, I believe, to reroll.
And you get one back if you still fail.
Yep.
That part's nice.
I'll roll.
Okay.
I've got a girl
You
beside
dig down deep and shake off
That I
just
could
the
kill.
weird darting bats in your mind. Got hero points.
Got Malk.
Got mind milk.
Yeah, here we go.
And you shake off what it is that that they're trying to do to you. Okay, so they flew and are fucking around with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That was their turn. Townsfolk are now using this opportunity to run in the opposite direction from the alien-looking bat creatures. Grizek,
From downtown.
oh, I almost had you. Almost.
Oh yeah, Grizak shoots electricity from here.
Fuck, confusion tends to kill party members. That does. Suggestions can kill party members. Confusion.
Come on, the 4 attacks around from the monk. Flurry, second attack, third attack. Or fourth
What's
attack.
nice is you got the 2 tanks beside him,
Yeah.
right? So he'd be attacking like a Renee or a Zero. They can both handle it. If you stuck him beside, I don't know, a Fabian.
Fabian and Ziva? Yeah, that would suck. Grizak, what are you doing? You
Grizak's gonna electric arc them.
okay?
Actually, I'll move forward, then do it.
Just 2 of them are getting electric arced?
Yeah, I don't think it goes.
17 and 19 on their saves?
One of them made it. Electric arc.
Should be DC 18 right now.
Why do I have to spend a round to get the bonus?
No, it'd be DC 19. Like you should have an 18 Wisdom, level 4.
It's 19 right now.
It's an action to call upon Sparky to boost your spell. It's then the 2 actions to cast the spell. So you're either moving or not moving. So you're not calling upon Sparky to boost your spell. Because you moved.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's still making it, so it doesn't matter. I'm not calling Sparky right now. I want to get closer.
Okay.
Move in, and yeah, so one of them saved, the other didn't.
Alright, which 2
What's the
did you
damage?
attack? The 2
They
close
got
to
one of them that's slow. Yeah, this one and this one.
Okay. And then you need to roll damage.
Yep.
Instead of eating ice cream. Come on.
9 damage.
So the first one took 9. Your DC is 18, correct?
Yep.
And the other one took 4. Okay, the one that was a little higher up got zapped, and as the electrical current flew through that one into the others, this one sort of barrel rolled a little bit and got away from it, singeing its wings. Zira.
Zero.
How damaged did it look?
That was significant. Like it's
Zira?
neither are bloodied, but the one that you caught straight on is hurt.
Zero is going to sound burst them.
Okay, is there an area to this?
Yeah, I can get those 3. 10-foot radius.
Nice.
Nice.
So I can do that.
So these 2 are 10 feet off the ground, and that guy's 5 feet off the ground. So yeah, you can get all 3 still. So a swirl of sound explodes in the air, kind of popping in your ears.
And fort saves. How is your fort saves?
Oh, these are not good.
They're skinny little scrawny buggers.
Yeah. So
They need to eat sandwiches.
from left to right. 13, 19, 12.
Okay, so half damage on the 19, and they are deafened for a round. The ones who failed were deafened. In addition to that, they take 15 damage.
Oh. Okay, so failed takes 15. Failed takes 19. That one's about ready to fall over. This one takes 7, so 16. It is all the creatures are bloodied, and the one on the end is about to fall over. And there's some that are deaf.
The 2 that fail are deaf for 1 round.
Okay. Grinthark. doesn't want to throw his daggers at these things.
Yeah, things that have hands.
Things that have hands and wings that can fly away. He's like, ah! He's pausing for a moment. Oh man, I want to give away my daggers and little fucking things. He stows a quicksilver dagger.
Pulls out the shit dagger.
Pulls out the shit dagger and throws that one. So stowing is an action, pulling out is an action, and throwing
is an action.
Yeah, so he's at a minus. Is it still 2 per range increment?
Yep.
All right, so he's at a -4, so +5 plus Bard Song is +6. Hitting AC 17. He strikes one of these things. Give me a second. Yep, they're not terribly. They're not wearing any armor. That level would be. What's their dex? 16. Nope. Hit exactly. Hit exactamond. So 1d4 plus 4 damage. Plus 1 for Bard Song. Doing 6 damage to this creature. Knocks it out. It then falls 10 feet and takes 10 damage. So it's dying 1, dying 2. So 0 hit points, dying 2. And on the ground. Yeah, man, I got a bullseye, fucker. Nibbles.
Nibbles show bullseye. Nibbles is going to do his double, he's going to rage, then do his double action charge thingy.
Yep, and he'll go at the one he can reach.
Swing at the lower bits of the one he can reach. So
the one with 1 hit point left.
Yeah, he's not gonna have 1 hit point left before we're done. AC 28 critical.
Critical threat.
Which is a critical hit. I want to see if we auto kill.
You need to do 40 damage to auto kill it, which is double its hit points.
61.
Okay, so your axe comes in and separates one wing from the other, one arm from the other, one leg from the other as you cleave the thing right in half. The head is kind of stuck to one side of the body, which hits the ground first, and the thing is completely covered in all sorts of inky black blood.
Nibbles is known for Rain Man Nibbles.
There's this horrible bat-like screech, kind of psychically in your mind as the thing died, and you could hear the gibbering of the others. Vamaris, in dragon style. This one is 10 feet up, so that was we learned just based off the ground, that's a DC 30 acrobatics check to jump up 10 feet.
I cannot do.
And get a +9, so yeah.
It's 10 feet up, so you only need to jump 5. So I think it's something like...
I think it was DC 30 for a 5-foot.
No, it's DC 30 for 10.
It was 20.
Oh,
20
30 for 10?
It's 20 feet, isn't it? So
In
I have
the
a...
early days.
Let's try to jump 5 feet. We jump 5 feet.
We got 21.
Athletics. Let's get this right.
High jump.
High jump.
Whoa.
For some reason I'm already in Arcana. High jump. Oh. Success, you leap vertical distance to 5 feet. And it's a DC 30. Okay, so you don't quite.
30
Yep.
to jump 5 feet.
So you're like, ah! So you.
Okay, sure. Okay.
So you strode and jumped. You still have an action left, but you're on the ground underneath it.
Well, I can't reach it anyways.
No.
Oh, fuck. This one is 10 feet up. This one is okay. Already a flurry. If any of them drop to my,
I don't think
If
you have
that one
enough
drops.
actions left.
because that was one move.
A high jump is 2 actions.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. You're right.
Activity.
Okay,
So I
Ziva?
can just. I'll just strike this one twice. Tick tick.
Yeah, you can kick the one on the ground with your
Flurry
flurry.
it.
What a what?
It's just sort of mixing its head, crushing it, twisting it.
2
I
attack.
still
rolls.
need to do 2 attack rolls. You still need to.
Oh yeah. Yes, master.
Its AC,
yes,
its
yes.
AC is 11.
Yes.
All right, so you give it dying 3 and dying 4 with your 2 attacks, and
Actually, that's a crit.
Yeah, it's dead. There's no dying 5.
Yep. So basically, you put your claws around its neck, and you check to see if it could look backwards. Nope. you twisted its head backwards, and it is now dead. Mazatec is just crying. Renee.
Rene is going to stow his shield and stow his hammer and draw the sling.
Okay.
It's going to be one of those days.
All right. There's one injured bat creature, and 2 of them are dead. They don't like you. They don't like you at all.
I 100% dare you to run into melee.
No.
I dare you, come down here. I only got the sling. A rock on a bit of string. Come on.
All right, so that one's going to fly in a circle and kind of fly back to the building. This one is going to fly up to the building. And then this one moves off to this side and will throw its glass dagger at Vimaris. AC 24 with the dagger.
Does Mars have
that's
deflect
including
arrows?
the -2 for range increment.
Range.
Ahmed?
Sorry.
What is Vimaris' AC? I have a feeling you just got hit.
His AC. Yeah, his AC's balls, man. 17.
17?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't have any items.
Okay, the dagger, when it strikes you, there's a violent psychic energy that also hurts your mind.
Yep. Is Bart's song going, by the way?
You take
Yes.
7 damage, and you have to make a saving throw again.
Uh-oh.
You failed
I
by
think I
1.
failed.
I think
Is-
we're
is-
going to make a magic spell. Boop, boop, boop.
All right, so you're going to use your bit of luck power.
Yeah.
Vimaris is 25 feet away. Is that within range?
Yep. 30
Okay.
feet is the
So,
range.
so you saw him kind of acting funny again, and and you gave him a little bit of luck, and he shakes his head. For a brief moment, you saw him kind of turning around with rage in his eyes. Townsfolk screaming and running. They have not had a good day. Grizak.
7.
Oh, and this
so
one's no longer
14.
deaf. This one was no longer deaf. It just flew around. It's also going to throw its dagger at Vimaris because that seemed to work.
Why, you son of a...
AC 7, however, misses. The dagger just goes flying into the ground.
Do the daggers still exist, or do they explode?
Nope, they are a treasure.
Cool. Thank you for throwing us your daggers. You may now run.
Your
You may
weird
now
glass of
flee.
daggers, exactly.
You can give me your 2 saving throws.
Two reflex saves. Okay, the uninjured one is first, as Grizak is conjuring up an electrical loop to attack it. 10 and 24.
24 makes it.
Not.
1d6 plus...
Not a critical miss, though.
Correct.
Fuck. 5 damage.
Okay, so the uninjured one gets zapped for 5, and the other one takes 2 and is still alive. Zira.
Zira thinks it is time to... Wish that sound burst was super effective. She's going to cast Magic Weapon on Renee's sling.
Cool. A moon-colored glow now emanates over Renee's sling, and any of the sling stones, kind of with their glow, look like the moon itself. From the spell, Grinthark, not throwing his good daggers, is going to run, pick up one of the glass daggers.
You took this catch.
You lost this! And chucks it back at him. Okay, that power doesn't go through it, but it still does a bit of psychic energy if it hits. So the weird void glass dagger gets thrown, hitting AC 13, which is not good enough, which misses. So that was a move to pick up, and a move and an attack to throw it. Okay, Nibbles.
Nibbles.
This is Rage round 2, I think.
Rage round 2. I don't know if... I'm just check to see if Mark put a ranged weapon on Nibbles, or is he just, like, refusing? He has javelins. He will draw and throw a javelin.
Okay, at the heavily injured one or lightly injured one?
You'll throw it at the lightly injured one.
Okay, AC 17. I think you're within range for javelin.
Alright.
Yeah!
25.
Okay, that resoundingly it tries to twist away, but the javelin goes right through its
9
wing.
damage.
This is the lightly injured one.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, it's got a javelin through one of its wings, and it struck its torso. It is hurt.
And he will pull out another javelin. That went pretty good.
Mars.
Vile creatures, come back! Face your doom! Oh, you bastards. So how high are they? They are,
Like 20 feet up.
there's another dagger right next to him.
Yes?
He's gonna pick one up and whip it at him.
Okay, you hear this weird, like, bat screeching sound, almost. You don't know whether it's them or if it's the dagger itself. And then there's this high-pitched, almost vibrating sound, kind of like as you picked up the dagger and clinked it against a rock.
Okay. This thing's AC?
17. Did you include the -2 for range?
Nope.
Okay.
What's your dex?
My dex is not too good. My dex
Is this the monk that like stubs his toe and trips a lot?
All right. The dagger hit the side of the like the overhang of the house and knocked a couple of shingles off, but didn't hit the creature. Fabian.
Fabian is going to move forward a little bit and do another bard song just so it gets everybody.
Cool. And then it's Mazatec and then Renee. As Renee is deciding what to do,
Renee's.
I really need to take a break. I'll be right back.
Okay. Building character it is. Alright, Renee. We'll sling stones.
Tossing our treasure.
I think he just binked them both.
Nice.
Dead thing go bang, boom. Blink.
Good man. Good man.
Alright, so the first one, so the more injured one takes 13 damage, and the less injured one takes 13 damage. I think that knocks them both out. I am under the impression.
But where is the master? That's what I'm scared about.
Maybe they're the master. Maybe they're like a hippie commune and they're all the master.
Yes. That must be it. You're fired.
13 damage to both on 2 sling stones. So, yeah.
You hit with both, and they're magical sling stones.
Right. And I didn't...
13 damage on that one drops it to 0 and 1 dying. It then falls off the roof and takes 40 damage, which is double its hit points. So it's automatically dead. And then the other one is on the steeple of a roof as well. We'll say it's got a 1 in 3 chance of getting caught in the eaves, like in the eaves trough. 1 is it gets caught. Nope. It also tumbles off the roof and falls down to its death.
Renee will take his third action and stow the sling.
Okay. Oh man, it's got fucking brains everywhere, man. It's all bloody and kind of grody, but I like these daggers, man. These are pretty nice.
Apparently, Renee is also Rainmaker.
Nice throw! Nice throws!
I had a throwback from Gel there for a second.
I was trying to not do a Gel voice with a Nibbles voice.
Yep.
Does not. Come on!
Oh, no, Nibbles.
Nibbles has Oh, Renee also Rainmaker.
Nibbles, full of testosterone, Nibbles.
All right, these horrible creatures are all dead, and things are finally quiet. The villagers begin to kind of peek out and see what's going on. There is a panicked hush that has fallen over the village itself.
Now do we get the house? What gear do these little monsters have?
They have something called weird glass daggers. We'll call them. We'll call them glass daggers.
Renee is interested in
Will
the weird
take.
glass.
Yep. Oh man, there's 1, 2, 3. You see Grithark's picking them up. You can wander over it.
Yeah. Renee will wander over and...
Okay, they make weird noises. They reverberate even when you're not hitting something and striking something. It's almost like they make noises out loud, but also in your head. The high pitched bats. The high
cover
pitched,
the ear and then put the thing by and be like,
it still makes a noise. Effectively, the daggers are strange material, expert quality, and do an extra D4 psychic damage.
So that makes them like 3d4 weapons, or they're not magic?
No, they're expert. They're not.
They're
magic.
expert and do weird
Yeah.
do weird damage.
Yeah.
So if I magic them, could I magic them?
They are expert. You might want to. You might have to figure out how to magic this weird material.
Renee takes one of the daggers and taps it on a bit of like taps it on a shield to see if it like breaks.
No, this stuff seems strong.
This is aside from the annoying noise, it's a pretty good stuff. It appears.
Grinthork's right ear is twitching from the noise.
Going
Oh man, this is strange, man. This is not good, man. What the fuck are
Is
these
everyone okay? Hello.
things? There are nods. There are people coming out to greet you, like the Baroness or the caretaker or Gina.
Why, thank you, my nieces, for saving the town.
No, she's. Are you all right? She stops at. Yeah, Ziva. She comes over to Zira.
I'm fine.
She nods. Thank you all.
What's going on?
There's a lot of confusion. Come everyone, let us return to the auction grounds. Can you bring one of those with you? She says to Renee.
Scoop up the one that wasn't cut in half, because...
Yeah, cut in half, and the two that broke themselves, they fell off the roof after dying, so there was one...
We'll take the one that Vimaris broke the neck of.
Okay, let's reposition yourselves back into the area where the gleaming chamber pot is illuminating. Lots of people pack their way in. There's a mutter of expectancy that answers will be made. There are some people that are brave enough to now poking at the dragon, which is still warm to the touch. Quiet, everyone, quiet. I'm sure we will.
The guy said there's someone else coming. I just thought I'd point that shit out before we all die.
An enormous sound drowns out everyone's worries, panics, whimpers, and the voices of the caretaker as she was trying to calm people down. The thunderous sound shatters through the evening. The townsfolk, having survived these initial attacks, quake in fear as a vast shape crawls onto the roofs of the houses overlooking the Belheim Commons. It is an enormous thing of scale and shadow, with a beat of its grand wings, a choking miasma of rotten flesh and swamp smell overtakes all of you. Fear ripples through the crowd. Grizak will later recant that someone peed themselves. Literally.
Might have been me.
And I couldn't let him do him by himself, so I joined him.
I'm going to place down the token of the thing that is looming over all of you.
Oh, fuck.
Bits of tatter in its wings suggest that it is of great age, and the fact that bones are slightly exposed from its scales suggests that it is no longer amongst the living. Its cruel orbs looking down upon you with malice and hate. This enormous black dragon, undead black dragon, with its scales ragged and graying, its eyes pinpoints, but that the physical part look like they should be sightless, muscles exposed beneath its torn scales and flesh, and the rot. People are gagging and losing their lunch. It speaks in the lowest of voices that comes up from a rumble.
I am Aeteperax, Lord of Dragonfen, and you have exhausted my patience. The wizard Hunclay promised me many things before his death, including 5 rare and ancient tomes. I made my best effort to obtain these in this auction, but my representative failed me. My forbearance is at an end.
The sky itself grows angry. Now I require not only the books, including the tome entitled Secrets of the Dreaming Dark, but also an indemnity of 70
7,000 gold pieces, 2,000 silver for each resident of this dunghill you call home. I give you 2 weeks to deliver these to the place you know as the Monastery of Saint Kyerixus across the Dragonfen. None are permitted to leave Belheim. My minions blanket the countryside, and all who dare leave this town shall suffer for it. Only those who chosen to deliver my ransom may travel, and then only to the Dragonfen.
There's a low rumble from the clouds.
Should you defy me or fail to satisfy my demands, I shall lay waste to this little Belheim and kill every living inhabitant down to the last mewling infant.
Acid drips from
You're
its mouth.
supposed to be dead.
Are you saying that out loud? Silence reigned for a moment, but you spoke. The dragon inflicts an annoyance and points a single claw at Zira.
Grizzak's getting the fuck out of here.
This one must bring my offering.
You're divorced.
The dragon coils back up, roars a mighty earth-shattering roar, which ripples and shakes roofs and foundations. It then begins to incant an arcane spell.
Come on, Ziva. This is your job, Ziva. Good work, Ziva.
Grizzak's looking over here. He's just looking through
The
there.
entirety of the beast, while it seemed to have threatened to perhaps collapse the building itself, vanishes in upon itself, leaving some wispy traces of darkness. Panic then begins to strike in as commoners are now fleeing for their homes.
I told you so! Grizzak the prophet predicted this!
Okay, Grizzak's wandering around like a madman, saying he predicted this.
I told you so. I told
The
you so.
Dark Ones arrived! The Dark Ones arrived!
I need a perception check from those who are looking at the dragon.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe
Perceptionist. Alrighty.
because your servants kinda seem to be not in proportion to the level of you sitting there in your gargantuan or colossal form. 20.
Okay. Any of the others?
In a sec.
Let's get the emphasis.
22.
Another 20. Don't know that. Yep, that's the 20, 22, 20.
Okay. The smell subsided. The creature's gone.
Knowledge, religion lore. It looked like a zombie, but it talked, and zombies don't talk. They go, eh.
Sure. Knowledge, religion.
Fuck. 11.
Okay, so
You're shit at your job, huh?
Shut it. I'm good with a knife.
Cut you real slow.
Cut you, make you bleed.
Make you bleed.
Bardic lore from the bard.
Sure.
He does something where he rolls twice, and you know what I'm talking about, assurance, bardic lore. Okay, so
he gets to take 10, and then I think he gets to roll again.
right, because his bardic lore is only trained in bardic lore. Okay, so he's going to take 10, which is 17, and then he'll roll for 19.
I've heard stories. I've heard stories of undead creatures. A Draco-lich? Ziva's. That sounds awful. I know there were liches, but dragon liches?
Pardon, my math is not always the perfect. Was the thing asking for 77,000 gold? Like 770,000 silver? Like 7 million copper?
I think it made a demand something like that, yes.
Well, it can get fuck it. There's no way it's going to get that kind of money out of this town.
Lady Origina is like panicking. She comes over and she hugs her daughters. What are we going to do? Is what she says quietly to them in Elven, or not her daughters, her
Nieces.
her nieces. Yep.
We will think of something. How long? Its ultimatum was 2 weeks.
I suggest everyone, given the circumstances of this day, we put the rest of the auction on hold. Return to your homes. Bar your doors.
Hey, wizard over there with the long hair, the one that turned invisible.
Yeah, he's gone. He's no longer around.
Old guy over there, you come over here now.
There are a couple of wizards.
Yeah, you come down here. Time for meeting of mind.
This isn't a business of ours. We're not from this town. We simply wish to leave.
What did? Well, it kind of. It seems like you're the same shit pile as everyone else, based off of what I heard Big and Stinky say.
Not if we leave. You are not going anywhere, unfortunately, until we figure out this. I will pay for your stay at the tavern, or wherever it is that you are holed up here in Belheim, for the duration of your stay. I have business elsewhere. What's to keep me from using my magic to simply leave?
Apparently, you did not see that big fuck off dragon that was here a moment ago.
You are the dragon. It called itself Aeteperax.
That's what the kobolds were worshipping. They said he'd returned.
No, Mazatec, sorry. He did not think that it could get any worse. No, so sorry. So sorry.
I don't think you did it.
Where's the sheriff? Here. he's climbing out from underneath the bleachers. Just everything's all right down here. Make sure that everyone is returning to their homes. Gather your deputies. Oh, we can do that. Everyone, sit tight. Yep. He looks to the adventure party. Looks to you. No, you can handle this.
All right. Yeah, everyone back to their homes. You heard the caretaker. The elves got this under control. Nobody leave. And everyone will be safe.
Bird flies in on Ziva's shoulder, and she's...
All right, nerd boy. The 5 book that he was looking for, which one are they?
Yes, what books were he speaking of? The old wizard's now looking at the billet for the auction.
It mentioned 5 tomes.
There were 4 rare antique tomes on astronomy written in ancient tongue, the equivalent to this world's ancient Egyptian, and then the one book that he named by title.
Then he said, "Bring me the one you hid, suckerfish." Well, we're not going to tell these wizards about that one for a second.
I did not see a book underneath this title. Of course, now the book's all over the place. Are you sure that you catalogued them properly, Chosk? Of course I did. Of course, I do not make mistakes. There's 4 ancient tomes here. Well, there are many ancient tomes, but I'm sure that the dragon was making reference to these 4. As for the other, he looks over his own notes and looks over the billet. There are no books by that title. The party's all kind of like...
Zira's going to wander off to the temple.
Are you going to the temple? Nilos is on your heels. He's like, is everything all right? Perhaps I should take in those that are not fortunate to live in stout homes into the temple.
Yes, you should.
We have room. Will you be there with us?
Unknown. We have a mystery.
Gentlemen, ladies, we should meet at the manor. Those that are brave enough and smart enough, those who are wise and old, to discuss what our next move is. You notice that there are some that are stepping forward, where there are others that seem to want to scurry into their holes.
Pretty certain the only question we need to know is how do you kill fucking Draco Lich? Because ain't no way we're coming up with the money.
The gnome is going...
Where were these books found?
Sorry, did I say something funny there, eyebrow?
Your problems are not mine, says the young wizard, and he stalks out.
I'm just waiting for the first guy to try to leave town and just gets disintegrated.
I will be at the temple, says Nilos to Zira, almost like asking for permission, kind of thing. Yeah. Those that do not have a stout home to go to, you may take sanctuary at the Shrine of 7 Roses. In this secret conclave of yours, wise counsel, I vote for Zira to take my place, says Nilos before he kind of shuffles off.
Get out of here. Go. Nilos is perfect. I don't want to do paperwork. I don't want to organize things. Do all that stuff.
Ziva's holding your hand. Why did you talk to it? It now knows
it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be dead. It is dead, sort of.
That's just the rainbow lorikeet. It hasn't learned the words yet.
Because...
Shall we reconvene at the manor in an hour?
Yes.
Oh, Nibble's
An hour would be good.
not missing this.
That lady doesn't argue with Nibbles wanting to go. You have to pull Mazethek out of the bleachers, though. He's crying that he caused this.
Then you got to help fix it if you think your cause. So you join council to
Oh no, Mazethek.
make a plan.
Mazethek just want to go back to Uncle Manor and cry.
Now is not good time for cry. Now is time for.
Mazatec. Mazatec prayed to God that things could not get worse, and things get worse. It is all Mazatec's fault.
You know, this council, they're going to need their energy, so, a snack or something would be probably useful. Help keep spirit high, keep energy up.
Mazatec's cooking implement all sold. Mazatec have nothing.
Oh, I'm pretty certain that the lady house, they have some towel that we can use.
Runny, dribbly nose. He kind of wipes it a little bit, and you coax Mazatec out of the bleachers.
We can make some cookie.
The priest of the god of trade will come, as will this very old human wizard. He needs a name.
He was grumpy.
Tyrgenes. Stefan runs ahead. Chosk is going to continue to look after the supplies, and he tells the lady that he'll double check over all the books and follow up with the people who won the books to make sure that this missing book is found.
Okay, Zera's gonna find the missing book for that meeting there. Just be like, "Oh, look what I found!
Look what
Hey,
I All right, so I'm gonna quickly move you guys to the caretaker's manor.
I think we're at a good point for
For
like,
pause. Yep.
for pause.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m.
All right. Good. It's a good place to leave it.
Yeah,
Widow Lazara Dojian, Tyrgenes the visiting wizard. Stefan is also the servant. We've got the adventuring party, that number 8. We've got Bassie, who is a gnome woman. You don't know what her speciality is. There's
sarcasm.
There's Euphenes Targus, the head priest of the god of trade. Fabian, your new bard friend. The two sisters, Farmer Nibbles, and it looks like those are the council, the people that are going to try to help decide. Oh, the sheriff. The sheriff, after he makes sure that everyone's locked up in their houses, is going to return with his wisdom to gift all of you in this council at the caretaker's manor.
So just to bring this into perspective, some dude shows up into a town, like a normal town, and said, "In 2 weeks, for every person here, you're gonna give me $40,000." There are people who can pay that, but there's a whole bunch of people who can't. And the people who can't pay that, the people who can't pay for all the people who can't.
Right.
It's too much. People don't have that much float.
Yes, the town's in trouble.
There's big problems.
stuff just ain't here.
Well, this is it was a number that was just excessive enough to be like, nah, fucking bullshit on that. Nah, he's not getting that.
If it was Pathfinder 1E, it would have been 700,000 gold pieces.
Right, and that's the whole 700,000 gold pieces for a 4th level party is no. 700,000 gold pieces for a 16th level party? Yeah, sure, we can collect that in 2 weeks. You raid a couple of dungeons, you knock over some planar bank.
Here's your 3 stabs, and here you go.
Right, here you go. Town saved. Until you get grumpy again.
What do you want to call? What do you want to call tonight?
IRA.
What was your plan? The IRA
Tax season.
tax season. What was that? That doob. What he ran away? That asshole. The Clint Eastwood dude. Fistful of dollars. No. It would most definitely be something along that's its pet, or there's a bigger one, or what Grizak was saying. I told you all along, I'm a prophet.
I'm a prophet.
I'm a prophet.
I'm a prophet. The dragon's
I
butt.
am the prophet. The dark one has come.
The dark one arrives. So says the Grizak.
So say it, the Grizak.
Yeah, I'll let you guys ponder this until, well, basically, we're playing on Saturday, so Mark will come back and...
Well, yo, Mark. Yeah, you owe your share is 20,000 gold.
No,
Come up
no
with
20,000 silver.
20,000 silver. No, 20,000 gold.
No, the dragon asked for 76,000 gold pieces, 2,000
Right.
silver for every person.
Right. Well, there's 3 players. Each player has to somehow come up with about a third of it.
Okay.
There's the rounding error is the
Nope.
DM.
Yeah, you don't have that wealth. You don't even have 20,000 silver.
No. Well, we do if we like all of our stuff. Like all of our gear is about that. Like all of it.
Yep.
Like. No, it's like it was a number so high that it became like it wasn't a just you knock over the town bank and take the
$1
money out of it.
million. Like, ha ha ha. 1 million billion trillion dollars. Oh shit. Yes.
Cock failure. What is that? Just all the zeros. All of them.
Can you afford it? Yes, add more zeros.
Yeah, there are about 380 people in town, so...
Alright. This is an interesting turn of events.
Yes.
I definitely feel like a
I didn't
really,
see that.
really tense 2 weeks of adventuring where we're not just going to fold time.
That
Also,
really
like,
escalated.
We really could have spent a couple of days just going through that one book and having like the ritual of making the Dracolich fall apart because there's like we had to like rub its tummy and flip it over and then twiddle that one ear and then it just falls into pieces.
I did not see that coming.
The dragon was colossal in size.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was like a dramatic embellishment. So, I'm assuming it's not really a Dracolich. Also, it came and asked for money, which is weird. It asked for a lot of money.
It asked for the books and got fed up with you guys, so it demanded a tribute.
Give me money. Also the monies.
Right, also give me the monies. What the fuck does a Dracolich? Well, I guess dragons like treasure.
Dragons like treasure. Give me the monies. Also, all the money.
Make it, yeah,
He
make
doesn't
it large
want-
bills.
Like how Zero is like, aren't you supposed to be dead? That one.
You're the bagman.
You're the one who's gonna deliver it. Oh fuck.
So, yeah, no, it's a pretty.
Renee's like,
We're gonna hit it, and it's gonna have like a bunch of weird aliens inside that are like controlling it, like they're Power Rangers, and they assembled their robot suit.
We need to go to get home.
tell me more. Yeah. If your players come up with better things than the module does. They won't know if you steal their ideas. Make them feel smart. Okay, cool. That was a lot of fun. Just the jamming through encounter after encounter. Yeah, they just had a couple of waves of
Just waves of things. It's like, well, it's like it's got that module pace, which is like the movie pace. It's got the movie pace, and the movie pace is like you do the thing, and that thing is done, and then the next thing starts, and it's like smooth and seamless.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like that guy who was doing the bidding, they weren't done the lots yet, so how would they have known that that would have been the timing with which he wouldn't have been able to buy the books because the lots were randomized and he didn't know to communicate beforehand and fucking gargoyles.
The books were done. Like he saw no
Yeah.
more lots with books in them, and he started
Right.
freaking
We
out.
have we did well, although they made it really difficult to talk, like to see spells. So like if you had telepathic bond or something running, some way to communicate and to sort of plan this.
Yeah, it's a day-long auction, so people walking in and out of the area, and like he could have got up 5 times to go talk to somebody during.
Him using the hat of disguise, like the tokens for the hat of disguise. Here, let's just like zoom in on that for a second. those are the funniest thing because it's like he used the hat of disguise to look 10 years younger. Like and it's slightly different haircut. It was,
I think it's older, man. The Clint Eastwood's got more of a salt and pepper.
yeah, but you see, like it's really not that much of a. If you went to a sketch artist, you would get the same sketch for both of those people.
No, one guy's got a triangle head, the other one's got a square head. The other guy's got longer cheeks.
I think it's just. I think with a beard trim, I think one of them becomes the other one.
Different eyes, different beard. It's basically you're changing yourself from one human into another, right? So that's basically what was going on.
I'm just saying that looks like really the same dude.
No, it doesn't.
He wasn't getting very creative with his disguise.
You gotta check your eyes. That is not the same dude. You could have both of those guys in the same venturing party. You're like, oh, they're wearing the same hat. Hey man, it's not like I drew them.
He's really easy to fool.
It's the hat of disguise. I would like to be the red hat with brown beard guy. I'll never know who I am. Oh, I'm behind his red hat with brown beard guy.
Funny. One guy looks like Clint Eastwood. There's no way you're like, oh, the Clint Eastwood looking guy. You'd be like, what the fuck? This guy's doesn't look like Clint Eastwood.
You're right. That is
Yeah.
correct. It is yeah.
Brown eyes, light eyes.
It's just like normally it's like they got the hat of disguise. Oh, what do they really
At a
look like?
glance, though, it's a bearded white dude, right?
It's a bearded white dude with a red hat.
Right.
It's a brown-haired, bearded white guy with a hat.
Right.
And then he takes this guy's off. Ooh, what does he look like? Why did you wear the hat? Ain't no motherfucker around here knows who you are. Why did you wear the hat?
Oh, funny.
Maybe one of the wizards, but I don't.
Yeah, it's a great question. Why are you wearing something that only just slightly disguises your look?
No, he's just really vain. He just cheekbones were wrong.
I want to look like Clint Eastwood. All right. All right, good place to leave it. Thanks for hanging out with those that are watching. For those on YouTube, thanks for your support. And hope you guys enjoy this as much as we do. Peace. And we'll see you on Saturday.
Peace.
See you guys then. Good night.